Hey, hello, hi, and welcome back to the SobeLife channel. I'm Robert Sobe. This is my Skoolie. If you're returning, thank you so much for your support. And if you're new here, I hope I can earn your subscription today. Anyways, today we are installing more wall paneling. I haven't been working for a few days because it has been really cold and snowy. So today, I'm going to try and catch up on some work. I did do a little bit off camera. I tried to cut a piece for this window, and I'll show you guys that. I totally messed up, so today we're going to correct our mistake, and I'm going to get the rest of the paneling that I have currently installed. I've got 6 more full-size pieces. It's going to require some cutting, probably get around this window here. We'll see what happens. So I just wanted to show everyone this here. So this is the piece that I cut to go around this window, and there's an old saying, measure twice, cut once, and I did not do that. So this was supposed to sit like this, and I measured to the end of the sill, but I wanted it to come out to the end of the window. So I made that cut. I had never used a jigsaw before really, so I was testing that out. But the first cut we have to make is going to have to both accommodate this outlet and accommodate this window. So it's going to be a kind of funky cut around this outlet, and then cut this whole chunk off for the windowsill. Okay, I've got my board. Now it's time to make some funky cuts. Not sure how good this is going to turn out, but I'm going to give it my best shot here. Had to go get eye protection. So I think what I'm gonna do, this is my cut for the window, and this is gonna have to be a cut with the jigsaw, and the corner I'll have to do with the jigsaw too, but this whole run I'm just gonna freehand with my circular saw. Now the problem with that is I need some way to support the wood as I cut it, so I think what I'll do is I'll cut with the circular saw to like here, and then lob a chunk off, and then move it down and cut another chunk off, and then move it down and keep cutting chunks off. That way it's not just dangling, and the wood is supported while I make the cut. I've got the extension cord hooked up to the inverter, powered by the sun. Super cool. Let's go see if it fits. Alright, so this goes right there. And that's about as nice as I could ask for. It's a little off, like right here. That's okay though. I'll probably screw it into that and just live with a little bit of a gap down here. Next, I have to cut this outlet out. For my second time ever using a jigsaw, it's pretty good, but I did nick it up a little bit, but it'll have to do. All right, moment of truth. See if I measured right. Not bad, not bad. Well, it's actually a little off, but I can remove a little bit more here with the jigsaw, so. All right, that's pretty good. See how good my left-handed drill karate is. Oh, son of a gun. So I went to install it. It's split right there and right there. That's a pretty nasty one. So I'll probably have to go straight through the main meat of the board here instead. Oh well, there'll be some screws showing. So I gotta say this, it's not perfect, but you know, nothing is. And it looks pretty dang good for what it is. This is going to be something I'll have to be creative about fixing or covering up somehow, but not too shabby. Get a close-up here of the outlet, which is exposed. I can even get to the wire or the screws if I have to, and I'm going to have to because I want this outlet to come out more, which means I have to take these screws out, and the outlet I need longer screws to hold the outlet out up to the edge of the faceplate. All right, so Just taking a look here. Not too bad. I got all the way to the top here. I got this last one in. And then I hit a roadblock because putting the next one in, the next one is this wide, and I need it to be just a little shorter so it can run flush up against one of these a little bit better. I tried to drill into that and it just didn't grab anything solid. Here's what I came up with. I took one piece and I cut it at 3 inches. Now you can tell looking real close that my cut isn't perfect because I don't have a table saw here at the bus. I did this with a circular saw. But here you can kind of get a better look. I cut it so that way the top part can be flush with this stud. And I don't think it looks too bad. And then I could just put another one overlapping right there. So you can barely even tell that there's a seam there. It actually looks really nice because I cut the same piece and lined it up with its own grain. And that's rather satisfying. But my plan, and I ran out of supplies, so I'm gonna have to buy more of this, is to take the next piece and just like that. And yeah, that'll work just fine. So this part right here is the harshest curve on the bus. So what I'll do is, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, however many up, it should be the same on both sides. And when I get to this one, I will cut it 3 inches up, and then I'll have this extra piece here, and I'll just line the grain up just to go around this curve all the way down the bus. Because after I get past this really intense curve here, I can just kind of start laying it flat until we get to the center, and then I'll have to figure out how I'm mounting these lights in the center. But that's looking pretty good. Okay, so I'm back here. It's another day, and I did get more wood paneling. I've got Becky here to help me out. We're gonna install some more, but first I have to show you some stuff that I did off camera. Okay, so the last time I was filming, I had wood paneling all the way up onto this curve. So as you can see, I've taken it down, and actually had my sister and her boyfriend come help me out with installing all of this. Big thanks to them. And also big thanks to her boyfriend Caleb for coming in with a really cool tool. I don't remember what it was, but it was like a vibrating saw. And basically, this panel was like sticking out because the windowsill I had was warped. And he came in and we cut a good chunk off of it just so that this panel would be flush with the rest of the wood. So today the goal is to take all of this wood paneling that I bought 24 more pieces, although I think I've got about 20 left now. And we're just going to finish this wall. We're going to do all the way up and above and see how far we get on the ceiling. If we get to the hallway, I'll probably stop because at that point it's got to go back to the bedroom. So the last cut that I did before I left off camera was the board that goes across here and goes over these 2 outlets. Now here, let's put it up. And it works fine if you put it in like this first. And yeah, so the jigsaw lines up pretty good. It could be better, but our biggest problem is, if you keep holding it, I messed up by not cutting it out to this, and you can see over there they're all cut out to line up with the outer window. So what we're going to do first is recut this board, and I'll just cut it with the additional 1.5 inches here and cut a notch out for that. Cut out the outlet holes. We'll get this installed, and then it's easy, just going all the way up the wall.
fact, the opposite is true. I love her, I do. I've got someone I can truly trust. La 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la. Sha la 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 la.
Okay, so we're about done for the day. The sun's going down, but before we leave, I got this tongue oil. This is stuff that my woodworking buddy just swears by, and we're gonna apply it to one of these pieces of panel and see how it looks.
Doesn't look like it changes the color much.
It's definitely a little darker, but let's see, compared to, it's really like not much different. All right, so here's the finished tongue oil. Just like one sheet, it's still wet, you can see. We'll just compare the colors here. So this one is definitely a little bit darker than this, which I like. I still am gonna do the whole cockpit this dark color, but I'm leaning more and more towards this for the interior, at least in the kitchen / dining area. Anyway, here's the finished product for today. It's pretty great. Pretty awesome, if you ask me. Okay, that's all I've got for today. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the delay. It has been really cold, and I've just been dealing with that and some personal drama. But I feel really good about getting back to work here, and I think next time we're going to do some more plumbing. Going to try and get the water pump cleaned out. I have to pump detergent through it, and then get that set up, and get all that figured out and framed away, and get the sink plumbing finalized so we can do the wall paneling on the other wall. Anyways, stay tuned for all that. Thanks again for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. Anyway, have a wonderful night. Peace.